Hey guys, Charlie Anderson here, back with another episode of Pilot Char. Thanks for tuning in today, and we are again at Benson International Airport. Today's episode is actually requested by one of you viewers. I must thank username OneTamer for this video. And the questions are about VFR communications, and so that is talking to the tower. The first one is, how was it for me learning how to talk to ATC? Well, to be honest, talking to ATC was kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie. My second instructor, he just sort of pushed me right into it, and I was making a lot of mistakes, and I get what's known as mic fright, where you get on the mic and you completely forget what to say. So we're going to talk about what you have to say. When you're talking to the tower, the first thing you want to do is you want to tune into your ATIS frequency or your AWAS. You want to get your weather information. Now at a towered airport, at the end of your weather information, it's going to say, advise on initial contact. You have, and then it's going to give you a like Alpha or Bravo or something from the phonetic alphabet. And that means that when you talk to tower for the first time, you got to make sure that you include in your call that you have information, Mike or Charlie, Delta, Echo, etc. Now, what you want to do is you want to say who you are. Well, you got to start with who you're talking to. So, example, St. Paul Tower, this is, and then state your aircraft, Cessna 68736, where you are. You could say, just departed out of such and such at 2,000 feet or whatever altitude you're at. You know, I'm just making this up. Just departed out of such and such at 2,000 feet, inbound for closed traffic, inbound for touch and go, inbound for full stop landing, with information, whatever. And they're going to come back, and then you got to make sure you end your call with, your tail number, 736. And then come back and you say, yeah, Cessna 68736, cleared for touch and go, use runway 32, you'll be number 2 behind the Beechcraft. And you say, clear for touch and go 736. That's all. It's just simple, straightforward. Alright, another one is, what challenges did I have and how did I overcome them? Well, challenges I had were not knowing what direction I was. I would look at the compass, I look at the heading indicator, and I wouldn't be able to tell exactly what direction I would be in because I get caught up in too much things. I wouldn't know if I was northwest, southwest, east, whatever. Now how did I overcome that? Well, when I was not flying, one day I'd just sit down, take it step by step, and just point at a random number on a heading indicator, not a real one, just like a picture of one, and say, okay, if it's showing this, then I would be north, or if it's showing this, I would be northeast, etc. Alright, and then at what point did I start talking on the radio? Well, I started just right after my first solo. That's when I started getting into tower work and communications with ATC. And then the last question is, how can people practice ATC calls without actual flight? That is a very good question because, of course, flying is expensive, so you can't get up all the time and just practice talking to ATC. Well, first of all, we have liveatc.net. Again, that is liveatc.net. You can pull it up on your phone if you have an iPhone or an Android. And you can type in airports such as KMSP, KLAX, JFK, just about any big towered airport, and there's a bunch of airports. If you're looking for a tower that's super busy, go to KLAX or JFK. If you're looking for one that's not as busy, go to KMSP, that's Minneapolis St. Paul Airport, and just sit down there and listen to it. Maybe while you're going to bed, put your headphones in, listen to it. It's a great way. You'll become very familiar, and you'll realize how, it's not too complex, and if you really break down what they're talking about, it's not that big of a deal. And another one is something that I'm going to offer to you guys. I will have simulated ATC tower discussions with you guys, and I'm going to do that via email. So I'm going to give you my email. It is CEA1995@live.com. Just shoot me an email again. That's CEA as Charlie Echo Alpha 1995@live.com. And I'll set up a situation, and I'll just shoot back an email. We'll just exchange emails, and I'll set up an entire ATC communication between you and I. I'll have you being the pilot, and I'll be the air traffic controller. And I think that'll give you guys a great way to help. So just remember who you are, where you are, and what you're going to do. Thanks you guys for tuning in. Let me give a shout out to my brother who's holding the camera for me today. His username is Mr. MaxD200. Please check him out. And then, again, thanks to One Tamer. You guys, again, don't stop studying, and thank you as always for the views and for the comments. Have a nice day.